15 years ago, when I walked into the barn, I just felt this amazing energy and this great feeling, and I thought, I want to do this type of work.
When your child gets diagnosed with cystic fibrosis, they hand you a manual. That's a big, thick packet, and it pretty much lists all the no's of things to avoid. There's a very small sections of yeses. Lucy's life at home involves a lot of breathing treatments. She's feeding tube dependent, and getting out of the house is not a daily event for her some days.
I am a pediatric physical therapist, and I work out here through Treehouse at Healing Reins, providing hippotherapy.
I'm a pediatric occupational therapist. Our kiddo, Lucy, she was calm and present for the first time I'd ever seen when she got on her horse, Kitty.
Kitty is Lucy's horse. In her mind, she knows that Kitty's waiting for her. And so some days when it's hard to get out of the house and we're finishing up breathing treatments, and she'll have a feed with her feeding tube beforehand, and sometimes she just wants to lay in bed, and I'll say, Kitty's waiting for you. So she'll be excited to come and see her. She never had anything to look forward to before that was so special.
Most of the kids that I see on horse are working on regulating their bodies and their emotions, learning how to be calm, learning what to do when they get overwhelmed, getting lots of different sensory experiences. If we can get on the horse first and they can get organized in their bodies, get the movement that helps them focus, then we can go and work on those goals, and they're meeting them faster than if we didn't have that movement ahead of time.
Lucy's gained so much core strength from riding that we've been able to focus on walking downstairs and things that we weren't ready for before during physical therapy. Her vocabulary's improved dramatically in this past year of riding.
So in that organized movement, they're able to be present in their body and have so much core stability, which is what you would need in order to reach your arm above your head or to walk up and down stairs or have all of these complex movements that our bodies need to do. The horse allows them the ability to gain that strength and be in that position by holding them up in the right position on the horse. And I am able to make these goals so much faster because I have the horse's help.
When we were up at Dornbecker Children's Hospital and her providers ask us, well, so what's Lucy doing for care in Bend? And we tell them, they can't believe it. There's a lack of care and opportunities for children with special needs in Central Oregon, but Healing Reins is so special, it kind of makes up for it. The bond, the trust, the fun that they get to have in hippotherapy carries over to some of the harder work that needs to happen.
Went to go sit on the trailer went like that, tilted, and then the water tank slid down and hit me in the back and knocked me off to the side. You never know when things can go bad. You know, here it was just me sitting down on the trailer. And who thinks that's gonna happen? Can happen to anybody. And my thing is just go the happy route. You know, keep going. Do not get stuck in the rut. I was watching a gal named Amberly Snyder on her Instagram. She's paralyzed and she hops on a horse and barrel races now. I'm like, wow, she can do it. You know, why can't I do it? I mean, I'm not going to barrel race now. With not being able to move my legs, it's going to take me a little bit longer to get on. But being around here more and more and knowing the people more and more, I realize they have my best interest at heart, so I knew I was in good hands. It just definitely brightens up my day.
I am diagnosed with cerebral palsy, which hinders my balance on my entire left side, but mostly my left leg, and it makes it just hard to balance. I'm able to walk, but I have kind of like a little limp.
She didn't move much, So even at age 2, when you first came out here, you weren't really moving. There was no crawling, there was no walking. So to be on a horse was really a huge leap of faith. Getting that core strength on a horse and being able to have that early intervention really helped with gain the strength and stability for walking, which we weren't sure if that was ever going to come or not. Maya was 2 years old and under 20 pounds. Took a risk. I'm glad we did, and came out here. Thought if we're going to do physical therapy for a while, let's do something to make it fun and possibly introduce Maya to a beautiful, beautiful experience. We recently went to Shriners. One of the, I guess, going back to the other question, expectations and hopes was to avoid any surgeries, which are really common in cerebral palsy. The one we were hoping to avoid was where they break your hip open and like take some of your femur and break that and attach it. And it's a really barbaric, painful surgery. And I think hippotherapy really helped as a prevention for some of these surgeries. Maya was putting her earrings on in the bathroom and her CP pulled her leg in and she fell, sliced her head open, and needed to go to the ER. We just kind of sat and grieved and cursed the cerebral palsy.
You did?
Yeah, I did.
Why? I'm still me.
I know, you're still you, but sometimes it's just, you know, you don't want to end up in the ER just because you tried to put earrings in. I think sometimes it's harder for me as a parent to have to bear that pain and wish I could do something different and kind of just let go of wanting to control and change that because I can't.
I think that if I hadn't started riding horses, I might not feel as strong, or I might not even be that strong. And it makes me feel more like emotionally happy that I'm able to do that because I love it so much. And it has made me more confident to try new things as well.
When Maya was young and in the NICU, the only people that came at her were taking like needles and stabbing her foot and taking blood samples. So she was very afraid of people. The fact that there's just so many incredible volunteers here, and it was different people every week, which was hard for me, I think was really beneficial to Maya and made her start trusting people in the world at large. It doesn't have that office visit feel. It just feels like we're going to the barn. When you are living with a challenge that makes you limited in so many ways, and there's things that you can't participate in, it's nice to have a place to go where the word can't doesn't come up.
A lot of our riders that come to Healing Reins need our assistance. They need financial support. By supporting Healing Reins, you're making a difference in our riders' lives. You're allowing them to come to a place that is peaceful and relaxing and fun so that they can heal, that they can just feel empowered.
And you just think, this is fun. Can we keep going and going and going?
Discovering a yes, discovering something that Lucy could do.
It's the confidence, it's the community, it's the connections, it's the trust.